Hello friends, in this video I will show you how to create a REST API in SAP abap. This is a simple REST API that is a request URL using the interface if underscore http underscore extension. So my requirement is basically I want to call a smart form through the web service. Okay, this is a URL. From the URL we have to pass the purchase order number and the smart form should come in a browser. This is the basic requirement. So what are the steps to create a REST API to call a smart form? So very first thing is we'll create a function module to get the smart form output as an existing. As I already shown you in my YouTube smart form series, that is in the playlist of the smart form, how to save the smart form output in a PDF file. The 15 number video, so the smart form output as a PDF file. Using the same code, we have to just convert that PDF output into the access string. This function model code is already there on my blog. Smart form output as access string using RFC. Okay. So what we have to do? We require a function module to get the smart form output as an access string. We can also do the coding in the class. Okay. Second is we have to create a request handler class using the interface if underscore http underscore extension. Third, we have to do all the coding in the request handler class, that is reading the URL parameter, the purchase order number, then to call the smart form function module. Third, to set the data as a request response. Then we have to create a node in the SICF and we have to assign the request handler class in the SICF. Okay, the URL format becomes the IP address or the domain of a server followed by port name /bc/sap/bc/ node number, which will be creating in the pointer 4. Okay, and the parameter, suppose in this case I want to pass the PO number, then after this SAP client you have to pass ampersand the parameter name equal to the value. Okay, so some of the real-time scenario where I use this concept is in one of my project there is a requirement to bring the salary slip from SAP and to display on the web. This was a HRMS portal. Okay, so earlier we are passing the data to RFC, then we are replaced by using this concept. So directly SAP smart form get called on the employee portal as a salary slip. Also in one of my application I use the same concept to update the data. The requirement was the HR department share all the profiles, the candidate profile, to the respective manager through email. The candidate 1, the detail of candidate, there is skill, the summary. Okay, then candidate 2, candidate 3, like that in a single email they provide 10 to 20 profiles. And if a manager want to shortlist for interview any candidate, he just click on this link. Okay, and I have provided the hyperlink of that URL for this schedule for interview. As soon as the manager clicks in the email, that URL get triggered. Okay, so those two cases are my real-time example where I use this concept. Okay, so first let me show you we'll go step by step. The first step is create a function module to get a smart form output as an access string. So this is my function module. The importing parameter is the PO number. Okay, inside that function module, the normal smart form calling, that is first call the SSL function module name. After that, call the smart form using the get OTF data. And they convert the OTF to PDF. Okay, this all I already shown in my smartform series, that's why I'm not creating it again. Okay, for converting the OTF data into PDF, here in the bin underscore file we have to pass the EP underscore access string. This will be the export parameter of my function model. Okay, let me show you. So I'm passing this PO number, and the output I'll be getting EP underscore access string. Okay, now remaining I have to do, what is the second step? Create a request handler class using if underscore http underscore extension. So go to SE24 zcl underscore http underscore PO PO1. Click on create icon, give the meaningful description, REST API for PO smartform, usual web class. We can make this as final. The type will be public class. I'm saving a local object here. Now here go to interface tab. In the interface tab, we have to enter this interface. Okay, as soon as we enter this interface, in the method you can see this method, that is the header request. Now you have to implement this request. Double click here. Now inside this we have to write our logic. This is the signature of the class. In the importing we are getting the server, which is of type if underscore http server. So here we will do the data declaration first. Data. First we'll create as lr underscore request, that will be type reference to if underscore http underscore request, and second will be lr underscore response. This will be type reference to if underscore http underscore, that is the response. We require one request parameter to get a URL request, and the response to set the response of the request. Okay, apart from this we declare as lv underscore value to read the URL value, that will be of type string. Third we'll get that lv underscore reason to set some reason. This will be of type X string. Then we have to declare lv underscore data. This will be again of type X string. And for function model output, we'll declare one parameter is ep underscore X string, type X string again, and the purchase order number will be, that will be type EPELN. Okay, so this is the data declaration. Now what we have to do, we have to set a request, that is the lr underscore request equal to, from where we will be getting the request, from this server. Okay, server, give the request. In same way, instantiate the response. Same, that is, we'll set a response to server response. Okay, now check the calling method. Check the calling method, as this will be working in the get method. Okay, so how to check the calling method? If lr underscore request get method, sorry, go to call get underscore method. If my get method equal to get, there are get, post, put, different methods. Okay, so in this concept we'll be using the get method. Okay, if the calling method is get method, now check. Okay, so if it is equal to get method, now we'll the URL value. How to read the URL value? That is the lv underscore value will equal to the lr underscore request again get underscore form underscore fill using this method. We'll fetch the value of the URL, and which field value you want to fetch, that is the parameter name will be the PO number. Okay, now once we fetch the value of this PO into lv underscore value, now we have the parameter that is eb underscore ebln, that will be equal to lv underscore value. What we're doing here, we're fetching the value of purchase order number from the URL. Okay, now I think it is ep underscore PO. Yeah, this is ep underscore PO. Now if ep underscore PO is not initial, then call the function model which we created to get the smartform output. Okay, go to pattern. In the function model, enter the function model name. Here pass the PO number, that is ep underscore PO. In the output we will be getting the access string, that is ep underscore access string. Okay, cannot take any error message. Declare one more variable for the error message, that is type string. So if any error is there, we can display that error using a string. Okay, that is the error message. Now once we receive the binary data into ep access string, the data we have to set as a response in the URL. Okay, so how to set that in the URL? Now first here what we'll do, the lv underscore data equal to, that is ep underscore access string. Okay, now how to set the response? We have lr underscore response. What value you want to set for response? Equal to, that is set data. How to set the response? lr underscore response, give the instance calling method and call the method set underscore data and set the value, that is lv underscore data. Okay, what we're doing here, the output is smart form, which is in the binary format, that we are setting as a response. Again, lr underscore response set status. Okay, set underscore status. So what status will be setting? The status code will be 200. That is the success code. Okay, and the reason equal to blank. So we are setting the binary data in the response as output, and we are setting the status to 200. Okay, now we have to set the file type, that is a PDF. Let me remove this from here. How to set the binary file type? You have to set through the meme type. How to set the meme type for the PDF file? Simple, select single meme type from, there is one table called tdwp into lv underscore value, where the type is PDF. Code table td. Here we pass the PDF and it's the meme type. What is the meme type for PDF file? The meme type will be the application slash PDF. So it is better to call it through the table. Okay. So what we've done, we set the data, we set the status, and now we have selected the meme type. Now if size sub rc equal to 0, and if set the lr underscore response, we have to call the one more method here, that is set underscore header, set underscore header field, name equal to, that is content type, and the value be equal to, that is the lv underscore value. Okay, so what we have done, we have done a data declaration, then we have checked whether the calling method is get method. Okay, then from the URL we have read the value of the parameter PO. We have assigned that PO value to a particular field. Then using the smart form, we have called the smart form output and got the binary data into EP_s string. That binary data we have set as a output response using the LR response, that is set data, and we have set the status to code 200. Then we have selected the meme type for that PDF file, okay, from tdw table, and then we have set the content type as that PDF file meme type. Okay, so this is the done with the handler class. Right. So here we are done with this handler class, and we have done all the required coding. Okay, now next we'll create the SICF node. Okay, so just copy this handler class. Now go to SICF. In the SICF node, go to the par default SAP BC. Right click on BC, create a new sub element, give any name, that is, let's say zk underscore PO smart form, press enter, give some meaningful description, test for REST API. Here in the logon data, if you provide the user ID and password, then while calling the URL, system will not ask for the user ID password. And if this is blank, then while calling the URL, system will ask for the user ID and password. Now in the handled list, you have to provide a class name which you have created, that is zcl underscore stdp underscore po1. Save the node, save as local, go back. Let me check the class, that is zk underscore this we have created, zk underscore po. This is inactive. Right click, activate the service, yes. Again right click and click on test service. So once we click on test service, system will ask for the username and password. We have to give the username and the password. Now this will not call any value because I not pass the PO number. How to pass the PO number? After this we have to add an ampersand and equal to. Okay, let me show the PO number. C37. Okay, so you can see the system has called the smart form in the URL. Copy the same URL. Let me close this. Go to the Chrome browser. Enter the URL. Enter. Again, it will ask for username and password. Click on sign in. You can see the purchase order output. Okay, so in this way we can call the smart form through the URL. And as I shown you in my real-time exam scenario, once I use for calling the salary slip in the employee on the employee portal, and also I use for the data updation, because the important is what parameter is passing in the URL. Okay, based on that, once you read this parameter inside your code, then accordingly you can write your logic, whether you want to call a smart form, whether you want to update the data. Okay, so based on this URL value you can do your coding. Okay, so in this way I've shown you how to create a REST API for calling the smart form through a URL. Thank you.